And welcome to the Circuit de Catalunya for the Formula Australia PS4 League, round 5 of the championship. And we're looking forward to what should be a very interesting affair here today. If it's anything like qualifying was, then we should be in for a very interesting battle. Our pole man Valtteri there in the Mercedes. We managed to snatch pole position right on the last lap of the session by by a hundredth of a second in what was a thrilling finale to Q3. And hopefully the racing action is just as close today. A few dark clouds hovering above what is normally a very bright and sunny Spain track. Hopefully we get a bit of rain, if I don't mind saying. Spice things up a little bit. But I'm sure regardless we're going to get plenty of good action. So as the drivers head round to the grid. Taking their positions now. Red lights are coming on. 4, 5. Go in Spain. Are they all going to get away well? It's a decent start for Valtteri. Footy Dad's right there on his case. Won't let him go anywhere into turn 1. Is he going to take a lunge up the inside? Decides better of it. Red Bull of Pencil stays in 3rd. Toro Rosso of HSV maintains 4th. And we've got some contact down lower down in the field. Who was that? Might have been a bit of biff and barge there. We got safety car already. And it would be HSV. Found himself in the thick of it at the start there. Just has not been a great weekend from him for HSV from the outset. Crashed in practice. And now finds himself sans front wing pieces on the opening corner of the opening lap. So straight away we find ourselves behind the safety car. Just checking through the field. So we'll go back to our leader. So a bit of an anti-climax to the start there. I want to see him get up and running ASAP. Get back into the thick of the action. As we see the pack now bunching up behind the safety car. On lap 2 of the Spanish Grand Prix. So no change at the top between the top 3 drivers, Valtteri, Footy Dad and Pencil, maintaining their positions from quali. Check in with Senna 63. He had a good start, making up 2 places. King Kieran in the Alpha, 3 places. Following the demise of HSV, Redar and KY in the second Renault. Dropped a couple of places as well. And hopefully that mess gets sorted soon so we can get back underway. Keen to see these top three go at it, go toe to toe. Footy Dad joining the league last week. He was an action magnet in the race at Baku. Round 4 found himself amidst plenty of action. And I'm certainly not expecting any less from him once his safety car disappears and we get back underway. So the safety car will take them round for another tour. Didn't quite catch that action that brought out the safety car at the start of the race. Apologies for that. And just a reminder to those watching, drivers, spectators, if you have any feedback on the call of the race, anything you feel that could be improved, any feedback's welcome, positive or negative, anything to make this whole experience better for you, the spectator, and for the drivers as well. Okay, so the lights are off on the safety car, which means we will be going racing once more. At the end of this lap, the safety car will come into the pits. Valtteri will assume the role of safety car until the control line. Look at Footy ghosting him in the background there. He's not going to let him get one extra inch more than necessary at the restart. Here we go, right up on the gearbox of Valtteri as they hit it. And we're back racing once more. Now, can Footy Dad get in the slipstream? Will he be looking to make a move here into the first corner? Thinks better of it. Decides to bide his time. Had half a sniff. Didn't want to make too many mistakes there, knowing that Pencil is right behind him in third place. Got to keep one eye up front and one eye behind. And now Pencil's having a look, pulls alongside the McLaren. Is he going to try and do it around the outside? Can he hang on there? Still side by side as they head down through 6, 7, and it's Pencil takes second position. Great driving from the two of them. I don't think Footy Dad's going to lie down and take that one quietly. Out of 9 now, down the back straight. Beginning the third sector. Valtteri from Pencil. Then Footy Dad. The top 3 pulling out a bit of a gap now to centre 63. He finds himself with the attention of King Kieran in 5th. As we bring to an end lap 4 of 33. And what was our first full racing lap in anger. Pencil now. Closing in to within roughly half a second of the leader. And we're looking to maintain that gap for when DRS becomes active. This could shape to be quite an interesting battle between these three. Really looking forward to seeing how this one pans out. As we go on board with Pencil. Pencil looking to make amends for what started off as a good weekend, a fortnight ago in Baku, and things just, well, started off great, went bad, and then went worse. Following after leading the race, Pencil had a little incident behind the safety car, losing a piece of his front wing, having to pit to repair, coming out in the middle of traffic and getting caught up in all sorts of drama that ultimately sent his Red Bull into the wall and him out of the race. We're definitely looking to make amends now as we see him get tucked right up behind Valtteri. He's going to make a move here for sure. Look at the two of them side by side down the pit straight as Pencil goes for the lead. And I think he's going to make it through quite comfortably. Nice clean move there. And we have ourselves a new leader in the Spanish Grand Prix. So now we have Pencil, half a second ahead of Valtteri, who now finds himself with the footy dad once more, climbing all over his rear end. Let's check in with 7th position. We've got the Toro Rosso of HSV. Looking to improve on his lackluster weekend so far. And he finds himself with Redar in tow. Oh, Redar getting well out of shape behind there in the background. So we will check back in with the leading pack, and it's still Pencil, only less than a second ahead of Valtteri, who in turn is less than a second ahead of Footy Dad. So just maintaining a bit of position now. Valtteri having a bit of a peek up the inside, just letting Pencil know that he's there. I don't think the move was on, but just reminding Pencil that he now has the advantage of DRS. As we head through the final chicane. Lap 8 of the Spanish Grand Prix, and we've got King Kieran into the pits early. Looks like he needed a front wing change, so he's going to opt for the hard tyres early. I think he might be doing very well if he can get those to last the full distance. Comes out of the pits just ahead of KY there, not forcing the Renault wide, but the Renault does take evasive action. And we see the Alphas side by side going past the AI car of Giovinazzi. So it'll be interesting to see how long he can make those hard tyres last before we see a significant drop off. But definitely forced to pit there for a new front wing. Damage aside, I wonder how long it'll be before we see one of the other drivers make a potential stop for new tyres, and will they opt for 1 or 2 stops? So Pencil in the Red Bull now has just pulled out a slight amount of gap on the Footy Dad, keeping him out of the DRS range. However, Footy Dad does not have the same luxury over Valtteri, who is only 8/10 back and will get the benefit of DRS. Can he stay inside that 1 second range as he does there? And close in on the straights, but just not close enough to make a move on the Footy Dad. Might be a different story down the start-finish straight. So into the final chicane, left through 14, right through 15. Footy Dad's gone wide. That's going to compromise his speed onto the start-finish straight. Valtteri smells blood. DRS is open. I want to tuck in there. He's going to just hang it out there, let the Footy Dad know he wants to get the job done early, and he does. Into the first corner. Makes it through cleanly. Footy Dad's not done yet, though. He's going to take the better line through 3. Can he make a move into 4? He doesn't think about it. He's just going to bide his time. Top 3 drivers showing plenty of patience. Good to watch. Willie just tucks back in again. He's really, I think he might just be waiting for the next DRS zone. Out of 9 into 10 on the back straight. Oh, hangs it wide. Will that cost Footy Dad the DRS? I think he's kept it within 1 second on the DRS detection zone, but still too far back to do anything significant. The back straight there between 9 and 10. It is the second of the 2 DRS zones, but boy, you want to be pretty close coming out of 9, and that's hard to do with 9 being a fast right-hander. Your car gets washed out behind the car in front, and it just makes it nigh on impossible to stay close. But he has the benefit of DRS now going down the start-finish straight. And I don't know if Pencil made a mistake there, because Valtteri did not have DRS, but finds himself right back up behind Pencil once more within less than a second. Thrilling battle between the top 3. This is fantastic. Here's your leader, Pencil, from the chopper cam. Virtual chopper cam. So Valtteri will get the DRS now. Footy Dad gets the same, as they both close in on Pencil. You just get the feeling they want to race, they want to bust out some moves, they want to assert some dominance on each other, but they also just driving carefully enough, smoothly enough to look after those tyres. They'll probably want to try and get them to go half distance or more if they're on the one-stop strategy. Valtteri right on Pencil's case. Footy Dad never far behind. Pencil, your leader. He was the one starting in 3rd. Valtteri was the pole man. Footy Dad was in 2nd. Just 1/100th behind Valtteri, who snatched pole in the dying seconds of Q3, and a dramatic finish to the session. As we see visibly the DRS open for Footy Dad, trailing Valtteri. Now we've got some back markers in play. Oh, it's Pencil's gone off. He's thrown it into the wall. Oh, the back markers played havoc on the race there. And in a shocking glimpse and reminder of the last round in Baku. Pencil finds himself off. Now, did he keep his front wing intact? No, he's lost a piece there. He's going to have to box and come in and get that repaired. Well, drama here in Spain. Ah, it's disappointing. I was enthralled in that top three battle. Now, smashed to pieces by the back marker, and tragedy for Pencil again. Just unbelievable. So, new front wing going on. What tyres he's going for? The hard tyres. Looks like he may be getting ready to settle in for a long stint, potentially right to the finish of the race. And that will bring him out in 6th place, roughly 8 seconds ahead of King Kieran. We'll go back to the top of the front of the pack as we see Valtteri now back at turn 12, where Pencil threw it off into the wall. So just as the race was looking to settle down, just as things were quietening a little bit, throw a back marker into the recipe and you have a dish of disaster for poor old Pencil as they come around to lap the AI car of Vettel. They both get through safely. This time, no incidents. So all the while dueling, they're still pulling out a lead over 3rd place Senna, 63. This pack in 3rd, 4th and 5th, just quietly moving their way up. Maybe they have something up their sleeves strategy-wise. Senna the big winner, as you can see there, 3 spots up on his 6th place starting position. And here we will have another AI car into the mix for the leaders to lap. So can he get past cleanly? This could be interesting. Footy Dad is right on his tail. Goes past the back marker. He's got the DRS. Well, Valtteri gets it as well. That's probably going to be enough to save him. As quickly as the back marker benefited Footy, it helped Valtteri with DRS advantage of his own. Just managed to keep him out of arm's reach of Footy Dad. So into 4 now. The McLaren closing. I mean, there hasn't been that much of a gap between them at any stage, but he still manages to close and close. And back down in 5th spot with a bit of clear air. And no other cars to... Who was that? That's Redar. Had a spin. Was there contact between the two? I think... Apologies, I've missed what's happened there, but we saw Redar going round. The McLaren of Senna 63 has now dropped back, and Pencil, just like that, finds himself back in the top 3. I think we might just have to stick with Pencil for the rest of the race. He knows where to find the action. And we have Valtteri in the pits. Does he get held up by the racing point there? Beg mine, I'm always in a hurry to say Force India, but those days are over. Oh, and that's not going to help him having that racing point pop out right in front of him. So Valtteri's coming back out. Oh, watch out. So close to contact. it's always important to just, when you make a stop, to just get out and get a clean lap under your belt. Last thing you need is contact and damage, having to drive around a full lap with damage and box once more. So Valtteri takes on the hard tyres. Felt his mediums were dropping off enough, or potentially feels he can now nurse the hards all the way to the finish of the race with another 17 laps to go. So will Footy Dad respond? What's he going to do out of 15? Will he... No, he goes round once more. So with a bit of clear air, he's going to try and punch in some fast laps now. And pull the undercut on Valtteri. There's Redar again finding himself in more trouble. Someone will be happy to see that is the Mercedes of Senna 63 now, with a bit of clear space in front and behind. Chance to punch in some quick laps and move his way up the field. Get past Giovinazzi pretty quickly. Giovinazzi not keen to let him through. Out of the way. Check back in with our leader. We'll go on board with Footy Dad. Will he box this lap? Yes, he will. So into the pits with a 22-second lead over Valtteri. Did he get that slowed down in time? We wouldn't want a pesky pit lane speeding penalty ruining the lead battle. So the hard tyres going on. Where is Valtteri? Coming down the pit straight now. There up in the distance is the Footy Dad. He's made it work. He's punched out plenty of quick laps and built up a nice gap, and he takes the lead of the race. Well done. So the full field of all had one stop bar for KY in the Renault, who finds himself the centre of attention in the eyes of HSV, who's going to look up the inside, takes the position. And KY on 16 lap old mediums might be looking to potentially stop soon. So, race order after 18 laps. Footy Dad in the McLaren. Valtteri in the Mercedes, 3 seconds adrift. Pencil, third, 13 seconds behind after that dramatic clouding of the wall, trying to lap a back marker. Fourth, the McLaren of Senna, 63, 6 seconds ahead of King Kieran on much fresher tyres. And in 6th is Flystar. So we might take this opportunity to take a break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Spain on lap 21, and we are behind the safety car following the DNF of Redar. Not a great result for the Renault driver, following a solid 4th place, I believe, in China. He's going to rack up his 2nd consecutive DNF, and that's a shame for the Renault driver in what is shaping up even in its early stages, to be a very competitive championship. So the order remains Footy Dad in first. The two Mercedes in second and third. Valtteri second, Senna 63 third. Flystar, from what I've seen, having a pretty quiet race. Safety car will definitely benefit fifth place King Kieran, who was on an old set of hards. He's been able to jump into the pits and grab himself some fresh mediums. And looks like Pencil's done the same. That's how he's ended up back down in sixth. So he's keen to make a real good go of it from this point on to the finish of the race on those new mediums. And I have little doubt it's not going to take him long to have some kind of impact on the 5 cars in front of him. So the safety cars in this lap. Who's going to make themselves up some positions under the safety car. Oh, was that contact? Toro Rosso of HSV 1 lap behind as we get underway once more. Valtteri having a look up the inside. Is he going to go for it? Thought about it. Thinks twice. Tucks back in. He's got no threat from behind. Only a lap car there. In HSV, who's just copped himself a 3-second time penalty now as they head up to 4. Footy Dad and Valtteri fighting for the lead. Senna 63 and 30 will be wanting to try and get past HSV if he can. He can't seem to quite close the gap there. And we'll check in with Pencil. Oh, look at who's off there. It's KY. That may have hindered Pencil's efforts at claiming his first victim on the fresh tyres. Well, mind you, King Kieran in the Alpha is also on a handy set of tyres, only 1 lap older. So these two are looking to close in on Flystar and potentially gobble him up on those 7-lap-old hard tyres. Check in with the leaders, heading down the start-finish straight. He's not going to be close enough for a move this time. And that would be because Footy Dad's gone and promptly posted the fastest lap of the race. So he's settled right back into his groove. He's looking strong. 10 laps to go in Spain. Plenty of points up for grabs. And we've got a virtual safety car. Now, what's brought that out this time? I didn't see the incident that's brought on the virtual safety car. Oh, and there's KY flying off across the grass. What's happened there? He just went on board in time to see him flying across the grass sideways like a rally driver. Decided the grass was too long in that area and needed some cutting. And looks like we're back under racing conditions now, and Footy Dad's made the most of it. Made his break out over a second now, freeing him of any DRS dangers from Valtteri behind. Pencil's coming into the pits again. Does he have damage? He's just going for the softs. I think And he's grabbed himself some softs, and I think there's still some front wing damage there. There is. What? King Kieran's found himself in the pits as well. Did those two collide at some point during the pit stop or entering the pits? No, it's just turning into another disaster for Pencil. He's got plenty of pace in that Red Bull and just can't put the speed, turn the speed into a result on paper. Meanwhile, up front, Valtteri in the Mercedes sets the fastest lap. Finds himself 1.3 seconds behind Footy Dad. And that is it for Pencil. He is out. Finds himself right in the fence, and he won't be going any further. I'm not sure if he's had a mechanical failure there or what, but that looked disastrous. And we have ourselves a safety car once more in Spain. So the safety car driver earning his pay today with a third appearance. Another tragic DNF for Pencil. He's certainly demonstrated he's got the pace. He just can't translate it into a full race, unfortunately. But still plenty of races left to go in this championship. Still plenty more points up for grabs. I'm sure he'll be able to find himself in points-paying positions many more times to come. So we're back with our leader, Footy Dad. Hunting down the safety car. And he'll pick it up now. Flystar, he's going to jump into the pits for a new set of... Goes for mediums, not opting for the softs. I wonder if... Oh, this puts the Mercedes in a bit of a predicament. They're in second and third positions, holding track position over the rest of the field. But with tyres, hard tyres at that, some 10 and 11 laps older than those of 4th and 5th placed Flystar and King Kieran respectively. And HSV, who is in 6th, he's still on track for some points regardless. After, with all due respect, what has been a bit of a lackluster race, but you got to be in it at the finish to pick up the points. Just well, safety car's going to take us around for another lap. Well, the field hasn't bunched up yet. So while we're waiting for the field to gather behind the safety car, we might use this opportunity to take another quick break. Don't go away. We certainly won't, and we will be right back. Lap 28 in the Spanish Grand Prix of the Formula Australia PS4 League. And we are behind. We're under the safety car for the third time this race. Although the lights are off and we are about to go racing once more. 5 laps to go. Your leader, Footy Dad, in the McLaren, heading up the 2 Mercedes of Valtteri and Senna 63, all on well-used hard tyres, with the Flystar, with the Haas of Flystar trailing in 4th on fresh mediums, with King Kieran not far behind on 5-lap-old softs. So we are shaping up for an interesting 5 laps as we get back underway now, starting lap 29. And Footy Dad maintains his lead. And what's happened to Senna? He's gone off! Senna 63, straight off. He's had contact with the wall. There's a racing point in the background. The two may have come together. Oh, it's a disaster. In the podium positions, and just like that, at the resumption of racing following the 3rd safety car, he goes and knocks a chunk off his front wing, and he's made contact again with KY, sending him off the track. Oh, and he's just struggling to keep that, no downforce at the front of the car. He's struggling to keep that thing on the road. He wants to get back to the pits as quick as he can. Get up and running once more. And Flystar was caught up in that. And apologies for missing the best action there. Just a disaster. King Kieran now benefiting, moving up into the top 3. Just keep it off the wall there, Senna 63. Just struggling to get it turned in. Slow down to 80 for the pit lane. With our leader, Footy Dad, now. 3 laps to go, 2-second lead over Valtteri, considering that the two of them were roughly equal, showing similar pace throughout the race, having tyres that are 2 laps younger. And Valtteri just might be enough of an edge to see him hold on to the lead and take a maiden win in the Formula Australia Championship. Only his 2nd start out. Provided there's no mistakes, just got to keep it clean and tidy for roughly 2.5 laps. Looks like he's still pushing, using plenty of the road and some. He's not content with just coasting to the finish. He wants to build up a lead, make his final lap comfortable. Check in with KY, the sole remaining Renault. Looking to get past the AI car, Lance Stroll. Racing point. Can't get the move done into 10. Stay nice and close through the chicane. She runs a little wide into the first corner. And should get it done nice and easily down the start-finish straight. Oh, still runs wide into 2. But he'll hang on. Gets it done. Well done. And now McLaren Senna just showing the advantage of those soft tyres at the end of the race. Sets the fastest lap. But that extra pit stop's left him over 50 seconds off the pace. And as we begin the final lap, Footy Dad maintains a 2-second lead over Valtteri in the Mercedes. And looking at not just his first win, but his first points in the championship. Made his debut 2 weeks ago in Baku. And as I mentioned earlier, what was a super eventful race for the McLaren driver. Certainly left his fingerprint on the league up. Oh, geez. Want to earn himself a 3-second time penalty there. I wonder if that's potentially why he's going so fast. Does he have a time penalty that he needs to build a 3-second gap for? We'll find out about that soon enough. He's only got a handful of corners to go, right through 13, and then just nice and easy, left through 14, right through 15, nice and easy out of the last corner. And as he comes home, there's your winner, Footy Dad in the McLaren. Great drive. Fought it out with the best of them at the start, just kept his head, looked after his tyres where necessary. And even despite 3 safety cars, it's all panned out very well for him. So 25 points in the bag and moves his championship tally to 25 points. And those will be very valuable in what is becoming a very tight championship. Second place goes to Valtteri in the Mercedes. King Kieran, after what was a pretty lowly race down the bottom half of the field for a lot of it, just kept nice and quiet, kept it clean, and found himself in 3rd place, picking up some also valuable points. As we go to our podium, so a debut win for the McLaren driver, and on his debut in the series, a podium for King Kieran. He'll be stoked with that one. Thank you once more for joining us for the race. As I always say, any feedback on the race, anything you want to share with us, just let us know. We're open to all suggestions as we take a look at the results there. Well, that'll be all from us for now from Spain. We look forward to seeing you at the next round. And hopefully, well, it only needs to be half as exciting as these last couple of races to be any type of interesting, fantastic racing from these drivers. We look forward to it, and we look forward to having you there. I'm your host, Mike Wilson. Take care.